Ever wondered if your student loans could outlive you, or perhaps if they could become your next of kin? You know, those loans you took to study the life of amoebas or the art of French fry making, hoping to make it big one day. Now they are like that uninvited guest who's outstayed their welcome at your financial party. But hey, at least they're consistent, right? Always there at the end of every month, faithfully chipping away at your bank account. Well, guess what? The era of such nightmares might just be coming to an end. So, here's the scoop. The White House recently announced the forgiveness of student loans for about 813,000 borrowers. Now, isn't that a breath of fresh air? This forgiveness, my friends, is a result of the Education Department's one-time account adjustment. They've been playing detective, evaluating which borrowers have met the qualifying payment threshold on their repayment plan. Now let's talk about the email from President Biden that's causing a bit of a buzz. It's not every day you get a personal email from the president, right? The email acknowledges the failures of the student loan program in the past and highlights the administration's commitment to fixing those issues. It's like taking a car into the shop. They've recognized there's a problem and now they're working on the repairs. But it's not all sunshine and roses, folks. Borrowers are currently facing some challenges, like a puzzle with missing pieces. One of these challenges is inaccurate billing. And let's not forget the communication issues with loan servicers. It's like trying to have a conversation with someone who speaks a different language. But don't lose hope just yet. The Education Department is working on a new plan for student loan forgiveness after the Supreme Court struck down Biden's initial attempt. In addition to this forgiveness, 125,000 more borrowers received $9 billion in debt relief through income-driven repayment adjustments and public service loan forgiveness. That's a whole lot of zeros, folks. Despite the challenges and uncertainty, like a ship in a storm, some borrowers have expressed relief and gratitude for the debt relief they have received. It's like that feeling when you finally pay off your credit card debt, pure bliss. So while it's not all rainbows and butterflies, at least it's not a never-ending nightmare, right? But what's next, you ask? Well, the Education Department has a new plan in the works. You may have heard that the Supreme Court is currently reviewing the fate of President Biden's student loan forgiveness program. The decision is expected by June, and this will determine the restart date for student loan payments. For now, the payment pause will continue until 60 days after the litigation is resolved. In the middle of this year, expect some significant changes to the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. The plan is to expand eligibility and simplify the criteria, making it easier for more of you to qualify. So if you're in public service, remember to keep an eye out for these updates. Simultaneously, a new income-driven repayment plan is being developed. This plan would cap payments at 5% of discretionary income and forgive remaining balances after 10 years of repayment. Now, isn't that a breath of fresh air? The Biden administration is committed to reducing monthly debt burdens and total repayment amounts. So if your student loans are giving you sleepless nights, help is on the way. But remember, these are still plans in the making, and the final outcome will depend on the Supreme Court's ruling. While we can't predict the future, we can stay informed and prepared. So, keep those fingers crossed and hope that the student loan gods are on your side. So, to sum it all up in a nutshell, imagine this. It's a beautiful morning, and you're sipping on your coffee, dreading that inevitable monthly student loan bill, when suddenly, you get an email. It's not your usual spam or newsletter, but a message from the president himself congratulating you on your loan forgiveness. It's like winning the lottery, only instead of buying a yacht, you're buying freedom from debt. Now don't start planning your debt-free party just yet. This student loan forgiveness thing is a bit like a roller coaster. One minute it's on, the next it's off, then it's on again. There's more flip-flopping than a fish out of water. But hey, at least it keeps things interesting, right? And while we're on the topic of interesting, let's not forget the fine print. You know, the part where you find out if you're eligible for forgiveness or if you've just been left on red by the Department of Education. It's like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube while blindfolded, but don't let it get you down. Keep those spirits high because who knows what the future holds. Maybe soon, you'll be doing the happy dance with your loan-free self, celebrating the end of your debt saga. And who knows, maybe one day your student loans will be just a distant, albeit hilarious, memory.